joining this mission of Sant Gyaneshwar Tukaram Palki Marg, which has been also proposed that it should become something very unique. And he's taking care of each and everything. This is nothing but a great about the road safety and minimize the accidents of the vehicles, especially for such a prestigious road. I'm so happy that he could think and find some time like this. But he's taking care of the whole of India. In the whole of India, all the roads which are being done and constructed by him under his guidance, his supervision, is something very related to this road safety and minimizing the accidents of the vehicles. You know it, friends, that in spite of all such measures, we have yet to do many more things. And I'm very hopeful that under his guidance, we may come to a certain stage within a year or two that yes, India will be much more safer on the roads. The road safety, the vehicle accidents and the crashes which are taking place in a large number. Maybe that I have a feeling that very soon, when the roads of 150 feet wide are being thought and visualized by the Home Minister, the leader of India, it will try to resolve some issues which our institution, ADT University is thinking and trying to plan some action, some guidance from the experts in the field of vehicles, the automation. Friends, when I see at the various topics which are given as an active safety, passive safety, safety of EV, accident research, data collection, sitting system designs, autonomous vehicle safety, so many issues have been taken. I hope Mangesh and his team, Ravande, that you will have a very wonderful outcome, a new vision regarding the road safety and about the accidents of these vehicles. And this international virtual symposium on vehicle crash safety, which has been organized, I think certainly after the deliberation and discussion for a few days, under the guidance of the various experts, I have a hope and feeling that this MIT group of institutions, which has been very closely engaged in various activities, like what I said just now, and especially once again I mentioned that the safety of the poor and the needy and the people on the road, like the Palki Marg, which I just mentioned to you, will certainly show a little bit new pathway, and India will become a little bit more smarter on the roads and the road safety, minimizing the accidents of the vehicles in India, especially when our population is increasing so fast. That today the population has gone almost to 135 crores to 140 crores, and which may increase again still faster. The vehicles, how many vehicles are there in the city of Pune, in the city of Nagpur, city of Delhi, is beyond imagination. We can't think how many vehicles are being registered every day in the RTO's office. And we can't control this possibly because of the population growth. In my own society, I still remember we had only one car and a few vehicles, two-wheelers. Now in the one society of only 60 members, there are more than 200 cars. There is no place to make them park. To whom to complain? The question is, every house has at least two to three two-wheelers and one or two four-wheelers. And when they come on the road, I think I still remember Gadkari Sahab going from Rajbagh, Vishwa Rajbagh to my MIT place at Kothur, the MIT World Peace University, which Rahul has been trying to manage. There is no place to park on the campus. The multi-storied parking systems which are available possibly in India outside. I don't know whether it is going to resolve the issue for India. In MIT World Peace University or on this campus itself, it's a big issue. And it becomes impossible to have a traffic on the road. Previously, this used to take about half an hour to come and go. Now it takes more than 1.5 hours or 2 hours. And the vehicles completely packed, jam-packed, emanating, giving a horrifying smoke, which also again tries to increase the accidents. The problems are very multi-faceted problems. But this, we have to think, understand, and resolve these issues. But friends, being a man of son Jnaneshwar to Albert Einstein, I can only say I'm grateful to Nitin Gadkari sahab, because he has shown always a great vision, not only as a politician, not only as a leader, but basically, friends, with a great vision, he's trying to resolve this issue. And I hope his actions on this road safety itself and the issue which we are designing and trying to tackle will certainly help India and the population of India to resolve this issue of vehicle crash safety issue which we are trying to handle today. Thank you so much. Gadkari Sahab, Pranam.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your words of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will have the inauguration of this symposium. I would like to request Honorable Chief Guest Shri Nitin Gadkari ji to digitally inaugurate the International Symposium on Vehicle Crash Safety 21. May we have your permission, sir? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I now request the IT team to play an AV on Honorable Shri Nitin Gadkari ji. Can we have the video, please?
There are leaders, and then there are visionary, taking people in society where they ought to be, rather than where they want to be, is what separates the visionary from a mere leader. This rare quality is what sets apart Nitin Gadkari, Minister of Road Transport and Highways, and Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, from many of his ilk. Born in 1957 into a free-thinking agricultural family, Nitin Gadkari at heart has always been a social worker inspired by the RSS founder K.P. Hedgewar's ideals of humanity and nation building. Taking off as a Minister of the Public Works Department in 1995, Nitin Gadkari made groundbreaking changes in the speed the city of Mumbai traveled. So impressed was the then PM Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji with Gadkari ji's performance as PWD Minister that he offered him a responsibility of building road nets in the whole of rural India. The outstanding Swarn Chaturbuj Yojana, of which Shri Gadkari ji was the chairman, is the culmination of these efforts. 55 flyovers dotting the city have made commuting in Mumbai much easier than ever before. The foundation for the magnificent Bandra-Worli Sea Link was also readied during this time.
Was also readied during this time. The jewel in the crown of Maharashtra, India's first expressway, the world-class Pune-Mumbai Expressway, is also a futuristic project imagined and brought to fruition by Nitin Gadkari. Connecting over 13,000 unconnected villages with an all-weather $100 million USD project is another feat accomplished by this far-sighted visionary. Nagpur, his hometown, has seen first of its kind double-decker bridge, an innovative beautification of flyover using local artists and painting of great political and social leaders was added attraction. Ajni Intermodal Station will have connectivity between long-distance buses, city buses, railways, metro and indirect link with city airport. Nagpur Broad Gauge Metro, which is a commuter rail project planned for Nagpur city and extending up to adjacent areas of Wardha, Narkhed, Ramtek, Bhandara and Chhindwara. World-class institutions like IIT, IIM and AIIMS emerge and thrive under his watchful gaze. This is in addition to the over 1,000 Ekal Vidyalayas that go a long way into molding the future tribal generations. Performing over 10,000 successful heart surgeries is another stupendous achievement in his illustrious career as a warm-hearted do-gooder. The city of Nagpur is the first city to explore alternative biofuels for transport. These include Bio-CNG buses. His innovative idea of India's first of its kind CNG-run tractor has proved to be farmer-friendly, cost-effective and helping in reducing air pollution. In a historic push for biofuels, Gadkari ji is introducing flex engines which will run on 100% ethanol, directly providing additional income to farmers and the agricultural sector. Sanskritik Mahotsav, motivating local artists to go nationally. Krida Mahotsav, supporting local sportsmen to showcase their abilities and motivate them to go nationally and on Olympic level. Projects like AgroVision are helping farmers with latest technologies and practices. His idea of using sewage water for power generation, use of ethanol as fuel have added a whole new dimension to the city's development program. As India's current Minister of Road Transport, Highways and MSMEs, he has re-energized the whole sector with his clear vision. With more than 40,000 kilometers of national highways constructed in the last 7 years, 60,000 kilometers of new roads under his supervision are being constructed. The speed of road construction from a mere 3 kilometers in 2014 has grown to 40 kilometers in 2021. The dazzling Delhi-Mumbai Expressway has set 4 new world records with 12,500 cubic meters of concrete being laid down on the 4-lane stretch of 25.4 kilometers. These world records are as follows: highway construction rate at 37 kilometers per hour, construction of 2.5 kilometer long 4-lane concrete road near Vadodara at Delhi-Mumbai Expressway in 24 hours, laying down of 26 kilometer long bitumen road at Solapur-Bijapur section of NH52 in 21 hours. A 50% growth in the length of the national highways in the last 7 years of the NDA government is a monumental achievement. The figures went up from 91,287 kilometers to 1,37,625 kilometers. Going further, INR 3.32 lakh crore is allotted for 22 greenfield expressways, initiated by the bridge building messiah as he is fondly referred to. Bharatmala and Sagarmala, 2 world-class access-controlled expressway projects led by Nitin Gadkari, are presently in various stages of construction. The Bharatmala project seeks to eliminate the perennial road traffic movement imbroglio across the country. With Nitin Gadkari taking charge, India's much maligned logistics sector has also metamorphosed from a point-to-point model to a hub-and-spoke model. This multimodal transport system integrates railways, highways, inland waterways and airports, conjuring a highly effective transportation grid, substantially reducing logistic costs and pollution. 35 multimodal logistic parks, 50 economic corridors, 10 intermodal stations are being readied for the monumental effort. Logistics summits with the international participants, including government organizations and the World Bank, leading to MOUs worth 2 lakh crore, have been held to add muscle to the initiative. Among his other endeavors, unprecedented progress is evident in port industrialization, national water highway traffic, jetties for coastal tourism, Ganga Yamuna cleaning, fundraising, asset monetization project, toll operate transfer. As MSME Minister, he has gone all the way to promote entrepreneurship, helping rural youth to adopt Khadi as a means of self-employment. The MSME Ministry has also found wings under Mr. Gadkari. He changed the definition for classification of MSME. Now, a company investing 1 crore and earning a turnover of 5 crore will be classified as micro company. The portal Udyam Registration UR offers faceless, fully online, paperless and transparent MSME registration process fully integrated with income tax and GSTN systems. His brainchild, Jal Kranti, Buldhana pattern of water conservation which changed economy of villages by rejuvenating water bodies, has won a global award. Mr. Gadkari introduced the first ever vehicle scrapping policy, which proved to be the fight against pollution and in the interest of road and vehicle safety. New FASTag policy is helping commuters to save their fuel and time on toll plazas. Some of his major work, like unprecedented push for research and development in electric vehicles, leading research and development for usage of waste materials in highway construction to cut down highway construction costs and generate wealth out of waste materials, developing ropeways and funicular railways in the remotest parts of the country, thus boosting tourism. Panchgaon project for women of making carpets from scrap cloth is a classic example of women empowerment. Khadi Prakritik paint, which is made from cow dung, is aiding in employment in rural areas and have exponentially improved rural economy. When all industries were shut in the pandemic, Mr. Gadkari empathized with people by conducting webinars and 800 plus video conferences. His quick decision making in procuring oxygen PPE kits helped those affected by the deadly virus. He generously donated ambulances to NGOs, helped to set up oxygen plants, factory to make remdesivir injections and injections for mucormycosis. Thus, by showcasing strong leadership and taking quick decisions, he handled the COVID situation effectively. His affable nature goes beyond everyday personal equations as he continues to transmit his radiance and ideas to every individual or organization with his unmatched zeal. Gifted with an ability to dream the seemingly impossible dreams and getting them to fruition also defines this clairvoyant visionary. Nitin Gadkari shines on as one of modern India's pioneering leaders and his work a template for the coming generations. If there ever was the infrastructure man of India, he would answer to the name Nitin Jairam Gadkari.
आवाज येतोय?
Yes, sir.
मी आता लाईट गेला इकडे त्याच्यामुळे याच्यावर बोलू का?
Yes, sir. No problem. Yes.
आदरणीय डॉक्टर विश्वनाथ कराड, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ and फाउंडर ऑफ MIT ADT युनिव्हर्सिटी, डॉक्टर दिनेश त्यागी, डायरेक्टर ICAP पुणे, श्री डॉक्टर रेजी नथी, डायरेक्टर ARAI पुणे, Dr. Rashmi Udvareshe, President, Society of Automotive Engineers, Dr. Mangesh Karad, Executive President and VC, MIT, ADT University, Pune, all officials, faculties, students, participants, invitees, and all my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure for me to address the International Virtual Symposium on Vehicle Crash Safety organized by MIT ADT University, Pune, and associated partners. ADT University Pune and associated partners. I would like to thank MIT and I extend my best wishes for this 10 days webinar series on various aspects of vehicle safety engineering. The knowledge, experience, technology and best practices shared during the event would be beneficial for all our automotive industry and concerned stakeholders. India and many other developing countries have been witnessing a very high rate of road accidents and around 1.5 lakh people are killed every year. This is even higher than the COVID deaths. So this is one of the serious concern with the country. At the third Global Ministerial Conference on Road Safety held in Stockholm, Sweden in February 2020, we had committed to reduce 50% death by 2030. My vision is to achieve 50% reduction in road accidents deaths by 2025
and zero accidents and death in the country by 2030. With the phase-wise and coordinated efforts, the Tamil Nadu state government has succeeded in reducing road accident by 38% and death by 34% in the last 5 years. This is one of the best example that I am expecting that all the state governments should implement the same policy and same practices as far as the Tamil Nadu success story is concerned. The ministry is consistently strengthening 4 E's of road safety: engineering, that is safer road, safer vehicle; enforcement; education; and emergency care services. The road safety is shared responsibility of 4 E's, and vehicle engineering is one of them, and which is one of the important aspect for that. Improvements in road designs and vehicle designs should go hand in hand to enhance road safety. They play an important role in the road traffic movement, as there are 3 types of interaction through motorized vehicles: vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to driver, and vehicle to road and road infrastructures. Our primary objective is to avoid severe conflict and collision during vehicular operation on roads. And if it happens, life of driver, occupants and other road users should be saved at the cost. In the global scenario, the vehicle engineering technology has matured to a great extent. Various notifications are issued by the ministry regarding cars, taxis, vans, etc. These are the important guidelines and laws which are already issued by the ministry, and because of that, we 100% we will succeed in the saving of the life of the people by and large. Crash test, airbags, speed alert system, rear parking sensors, reverse cameras, seat belt reminder, anti-lock braking systems, EBD, etc. Retro reflective tape at the front and back side of the bus, truck, tractor, trolley helps to avoid collision during night time. Reflective tape is also necessary for a 3-wheeler, auto rickshaw, e-rickshaw and e-card. Too much are more prone to accidents in low visibility situations. The Motor Vehicle Amendment Act 2019 has made active provision for recall of defective vehicle and components. About 60% of accident deaths are of 2-wheeler riders. Being a larger population among others, protection and safety of motorcycle traffic is need of the hour. They are interact more and are impacted by larger vehicles like speeding cars, buses and trucks. Wearing BIS certified standard helmets has now been made mandatory, issuing revised guidelines for automatic headlights on in 2-wheelers, ABS in 2-wheelers, side guard rails and footrest are few measures. Ministry is correcting accident black spot. This is the very important thing. On large scale and as mandated road safety audit at all stages of road development. I remember one example of Pune-Kolhapur road, that is Jaisinghpur bypass. When I was minister, there was every year 150 to 200 deaths was there. So when we have formulated a committee under Mr. Tambe, the previous secretary, at that time the secretary for PWD, under the police officers, RTO officers, and we identify the black spots. And after the Jaisinghpur black spot is improved, actually we saved the life of the thousands of people, because that was the really a problematic black spot. So now from NHI, from state highway, we are trying our level best to improvement in black spots. I have also instructed officials to enforce lane discipline to make Indian road safe and systematic. We have already appointed a committee under the Member of Parliament for that district, and that committee is working for how they can save the life of the people in road accidents. And the committee is guiding to RTO, police officers, identifying black spots, improvement of black spots, and also it is the duty of this committee to help to the people and creating awareness as far as the road safety is concerned. Installation of roller crash barrier would be beneficial to avoid several road accidents in hill roads, sharp curves and narrow bridges over bridge of river cross. For cost effectiveness, there is need to promote Indian design manufacturing for crash barriers. As per the study, 60% of the accidents occur off road junctions. Improvement of road junctions and geometry through roundabouts, grade separators, channelized traffic diversions would ensure congestion-free and safe vehicular traffic movement. All such road engineering measures would reduce chances of fatal vehicle crash at least during the accident event. All of the above interventions are nicely implemented by the efforts of Save Life Foundations through their project of Zero Fatality Corridor on the Mumbai-Pune Expressway and NH48. I would suggest all of you to have a look at their project. Save Life Foundation has adopted a scientific approach towards avoiding road crashes. This involves forensic investigation of crashes, solving the engineering issues, and constructing rest stops for truck drivers and working on road signage. Drivers' training is very important. Schemes are framed out to establish advanced state-of-the-art driving training institutes and centers with an automated driving test track, driving simulator facilities. The medical fitness, eyesight and alcoholic nature of drivers are needed to be checked and corrected at regular intervals. The fitness checks of vehicles have been mandated to be done through automated vehicle inspection and certification of I&C centers. There is a need to improve braking standards. All the vehicles must have the following features in a vehicle: electronic stability control, forward collision warning, lane departure warning system, automatic emergency braking. Further, over aged vehicles more than 10 years accounts for 38% accidents and 40% death. Government has recently announced a scrapping policy to deal with such old unfit vehicle and their safety concern. It is expected that more than 1 crore such vehicle will be replaced with new, advanced and efficient vehicles and higher safety features. There is a need to improve bus body quality for the safety and comfort of passengers. There is need for air conditioning cabin for truck drivers to improve ease of long mile and heavy driving. As per the MORTH report on road accidents, overloaded truck accounted for the share of 8% of total accidents and 9.5% of total death due to bursting of tire, roll over of truck, wearing of brake system, etc. They are hazardous for other vehicles too. We have recently released advanced weight grip and rolling resistance standards for rubber tires enforced with silica, which will significantly make the tires lighter, safer and economical. Post-crash fire in vehicle is also a major issue, particularly in public transport modes. And recently I have witnessed and approved the technology of fire detection and suppression system of buses developed by DRDO. Technical examination of accidents prone and vehicles and road infrastructures are important for scientific study of road accidents. It is regular practice in US, UK and Europe. The aerial drone survey will prove to be effective for extensive data collection of accident spots. There are 5 key crash testing standards followed in India that include evaluation in front, frontal offset, lateral, pedestrian and rear impact. These standards are generally aligned with Europe. However, there is a need to tighten the crash standards so that fatality can be reduced. Today, I would urge the vehicle manufacturers to constantly improve vehicle standards so as to align them with international benchmarks. OEMs having huge market shares in Indian auto industry are unfortunately performing very poorly in the global UNCAP start rating for road safety. The OEMs have a huge social responsibility for ensuring that the vehicle manufacturing does not compromise with global crash standards. Even if it comes with a higher cost, the focus must gradually shift from quantity to quality. I am confident that all the participants will take full advantage of the presence of experts, internationally acknowledged speakers at the event. Government is positively looking for your suggestions, recommendations and cooperation to improve the road safety scenario in the country. Once again, I wish the symposium of the MIT ADB ADT University a great success. I am giving my special thanks to Mr. Vishwanath Karad and his team for taking initiative in this important, crucial problem. The accidents is a big problem for the country. We have every year 5 lakh accidents and 1,50,000 deaths. And actually the deaths are 65% death of 18 to 34 years of the young talented people. This is very unfortunate for the country. We have to 100% take the commitment and the oath that how we can save the life of these innocent people. As far as road minister is concerned, it is my moral responsibility to make good roads. We are making 4-lane, 6-lane, express highway, 16-lane road. We are improving road infrastructure. Now we are in the road construction of national highway. We are highest in the world, making 37 km per day road construction in COVID period. We have already made 2 international records. One in Mumbai-Delhi Express Highway, where 2.5 km of 4-lane cement concrete road, our contractor have constructed within 24 hours. In Solapur-Vijayapur Road, our private contractor constructed 24 km of bitumen 1-lane road in 24 hours. So we are changing the technology. We are taking the previous measures. We want to reduce the cost of construction and improve the quality of construction. As a minister, I am concentrating on automobile industry also. Now presently the automobile industry's turnover is 6,50,000 crore, and out of which 3,50,000 crores is our export. It's a great thing for the country. Our two-wheeler manufacturer Bajaj, TVS and Hero, they are exporting 50% of their production to abroad. And that is exactly the great economic strength for the country, because they are creating employment potential and increasing growth for the country. Now my idea is to make Indian automobile industry as a #1 manufacturing hub in the world. We are encouraging for e-vehicles. We are developing the battery chemistry. In lithium ion, we are also making research on aluminum ion, zinc ion, sodium ion, and at the same time on hydrogen fuel cell. The IIT Chennai has already done a successful experiment making hydrogen fuel cell from the seawater by using solar energy. They are making green hydrogen. So a lot of the experiment is going on, and I am confident we will get the electric truck also as early as possible, because the pollution is big concern. We have import of 8 lakh crore of petroleum products, and after 5 years it will go up to 15 lakh crores. We need import substitute, cost effective, pollution free and indigenous. And Pune is the center for the manufacturing of automobile hub. Lot of ancillary industries are there. And it is the time for the society and for the country and the education institutions, the universities and the students and the NGOs and social organizations to create awareness in the mind of the people. And that is very important. Without the cooperation of stakeholders, we cannot achieve our goal. We have to make cooperation, coordination and communication between the stakeholders. We need the expert people advices for the government that how we can save the life of the people in the road safety. I am really thankful to Vishwanath ji for you and your team for organizing this seminar where you are going to receive the all suggestions, recommendations from the international expert people. My suggestion is after completing this webinar, kindly submit your report to me where as a minister in the government, I will take appropriate action on it, and I will also advise to the state government to take action on these issues. It is the time for the country that we are already have more deaths than COVID in road accidents, and this is a very, very crucial issue. We need to make India free from road accident, and that is important for Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is the dream of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Regarding road infrastructure, we are making beautiful roads, making expansion of the road, making the concrete roads. At the same time, we are taking preventive measures as far the curves are concerned. At every time, we are already implementing all safety measures in road construction. We are already making expenditure of big capital cost on road construction. This year, my idea is to making the road of 15 lakh crores. Vishwanath ji, I am only making expenditure on Palki Marga, 12,000 crore. Even in Pune area, the western Maharashtra, I am already decided to, already the project are started from Khambatki Ghat. Now we are making Satara to Kagal 6 lane and tunnels and everything. We are going to spend 1 lakh crore on only Pune Vibhag, Pune region. And that is going to change the total scenario of the road sector. So 100%, I always remember the famous statement of American President John Kennedy, that American roads are not good because America is rich, but America is rich because American roads are good. So 100%, we must have progress for the country, development for the country, because eradication of poverty is the mission for the government. For that reason, we need to create more jobs. And without development in the automobile industry, with new innovation, new research, new alternative fuels, with new technology, and taking the preventive measures for road safety, we can make the automobile of international standards. We will export all our automobile to the whole world. And within 5 years, because all reputed brands of automobiles are present in India, 2 big companies which manufacturing e-vehicle in USA, they are interested to come to India. So this is the time that make in India, made in India. Be Indian, buy Indian. Import substitute, cost effective, pollution free and indigenous. And we need to make more exports, which is going to create job opportunity for our young talented youth of our country. The automobile is the industry who has already created #1 employment potential in the country. All the ancillaries and the vendors of automobile industry is doing excellent job. Some of the automobile industry, they are importing some material from some nearer countries. I already advised them that you stop it and try to create all alternative in Indian industry and encourage MSME. We will reduce the cost and improve the quality. And that is the reason that now our concentration is that there should be 100% manufacturing of automobile parts in India. The research, innovation, successful practices, the international standards, all are implementing, we are already implementing there. So 100%, this is one of the crucial and important subject. I am giving my special thanks to Vishwanath ji and his team for organizing this seminar. And whatever the suggestion and recommendations from your side, on government level, we will seriously think on it and we will try to implement all the recommendation. Once again, thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Maharashtra.
Additional words, sir. Thank you also very much for taking time out from your
Hello.
busy schedule for this
Hello.
symposium.
एवढं ह्यूज स्ट्रक्चर इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर. परंतु तुमच्या जीवनात तुम्ही हा जो निर्णय घेतलाय, आळंदी, देहू, पंढरपूर ज्ञान कर्म भक्ती योग संगीत मार्ग हा जो आहे, this will attract the whole of the world and take a lesson from this very road, ज्याला संगीत मार्ग म्हटलं. The musical road with the very basis of what the philosophy of India stands for. एवढी विनंती आहे तुम्हाला की याच्याकरता एकदा खरं म्हणजे बसायला पाहिजे होतं. तुमचे चिटणीस चांगलं काम करतायत, पण तुम्ही हा जी कल्पना मांडली आहे याच्या पाठीमागे वसुदैव कुटुंबकम हा संदेश जाणार आहे. आणि माझी अशी खात्री आता खरं म्हणजे काल आमचं चालू आहे बाकीचं काही म्युझिकल करण्याचं, पण ही संकल्पना राबवताना तुम्ही जातीने स्वतः लक्ष घालताच आहात, पण हे लक्ष घालून एक आगळं वेगळं, कारण का आळंदी ही ज्ञानाचं केंद्र आहे, तुकाराम महाराजांचं शांतीचं केंद्र आहे. हा संदेश संत ज्ञानेश्वर टू तुकाराम टू आईन्स्टाईन हा जो मार्ग आहे, जो विजय भटकर सर असतील, बाकीचे सर्वजण असतील, या सर्वांच्या मनामध्ये हा नुसता रस्ता नाहीये, हा रोड नाहीये नुसता. इट इज नॉट ओनली अ सिंपल रोड फ्रॉम लीडिंग फ्रॉम आळंदी, देहू, पुणे टू पंढरपूर. हा खऱ्या अर्थाने भारतीय संस्कृतीचा संदेश देणारं एक वेगळं आगळं लेण आहे. आणि याच्याकरता मला माहित नाही, कारण नवीन काही नाहीये, तुम्ही तर एवढं थिंकिंग केलंय, पण मला असं विनंती करायची तुम्हाला की तुम्ही या बाबतीमध्ये विशेष जाणीवपूर्वक लक्ष द्या, कारण का हे भारतीय संस्कृतीचं खरं स्वरूप ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयो असं म्हणतात त्याला. ज्ञानाचं म्हणजे एकम सत विप्रा बहुधा वदंती हे शब्द नाहीत, हे अत्यंत फार जगातलं फार मोठं सायंटिफिक स्पिरिच्युअली ओरिएंटेड तत्वज्ञान आहे, ज्याला 730 वर्षापूर्वी ज्ञानेश्वराने 400 वर्षापूर्वी तुकाराम महाराजांनी सांगितलं, ज्याला नकळत अंधश्रद्धा समजलं गेलं, आणि ते तुम्ही रिव्हील करतात. लक्षात ठेवा, हा रस्ता विशेष करून तुम्ही जे करण्याचा प्रयत्न आहे तुमच्या मनामध्ये, त्याच्या पाठीमागं फार मोठा संदेश जाणार आहे. आणि माझी अशी खात्री आहे की जगातले लोक, अमेरिकेपासून कोविडच्या बॅकग्राऊंडवर तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की काय चाललंय, हा मॅनमेड आहे सर्व, आणि या बॅकग्राऊंडवर हा मार्ग तुमचा जो तुम्ही मनात घेतलाय, ज्याला मी पुन्हा रिपीट करतो, ज्ञान कर्म आणि भक्ती हा संदेश जगाला देण्याकरता तुम्ही ह्या रोडकडे विशेष लक्ष दिलंय. मी तुम्हाला मनापासून धन्यवाद देतो, अभिवादन करतो. पाहूया तुमचं हे स्वरूप जगाच्या समोर कायम स्वरूप राहील आणि तुमचं कार्य एक वेगळ्या पद्धतीने भारताची प्रतिमा जगामध्ये उजळेल, असा हा मार्ग आहे.